We're in St Neots today working with the tower crane operators, and it's our first opportunity to try to apply some of the energy project principles that you've been hearing about to a workforce group. So in putting today together and the design for this micro-experiment, we worked with James at the Energy Project, and he conducted a series of interviews with the different crane operators to understand the demands of their day job and what were some of the challenges they were finding around capacity.
We identified that there were some key work groups that were higher risk than others. So we identified three. One of the highest risk groups was the tower crane operators, due to the fact that actually there's a high trend in mental health issues associated with the type of role that they're in. So heavy workload, pressure on the job, isolation in the role, so obviously they're in a cab and they're in their own. And it was actually Laing O'Rourke who identified that he wanted the tower crane operators to be the first group that we carried out the micro experiments with. It's a really exciting time to be looking at what can we influence in the future and how we can connect the different parts of energy that we can influence ourselves, and that will have a knock-on effect into productivity and how successful the business is in achieving its 2025 vision.
Because we're quite really restricted on our times, be creative. So instead, where we don't have time to go to the gym, we can start cycling to the work and back, and then that will help us with our fitness and things like that.
Just concentration, really. You're up there quite a long time, you've got to concentrate. It's a very safety critical job, isn't it? You start to realise what you're eating, and certain foods make you lethargic, and towards the end of the day, like you're having too much sugar and then you're crashing.
For me, being a tower crane operator is a very safety orientated kind of job. You really need to be on the ball. Because of that pressure, you have to really learn to deal with your emotions, to improve your focus and find ways to exercise and eat properly. Being able to tick all those boxes, but what I'm going to try and push for is to take a little change and just kind of be consistent with that, to make it incorporate it into my daily life and it just be a norm. So it's not just us, it's the whole company and the whole site, how your actions can really influence someone else. It's been a real eye-opener.
Tower crane drivers are critical to our industry. We've got pilots in the sky, driving our big assets, helping to deliver both for our internal customers and also our key external clients. Through the lifting technician programme, we've been really successful at attracting some of the best talent into the industry. But now we need to take this to the next level, and this is about focusing the energy that our drivers do have and giving them the time and the resources to apply themselves in the correct way. For me, to target our tower crane drivers in this way is far and above what the industry is doing. For our tower crane drivers, the lifting technician programme is far and above what the industry is doing. But to take this to the next level, and the feedback we're getting from the drivers to actually, for them to realise that they are this important, is really important to them.
In terms of their engagement today, they've been brilliant. They've been engaged and energised throughout. At the end of this micro-experiment, assuming we get the metrics moving in the direction that we want and people are able to generate greater capacity as a result of some of these principles, what we'll then look to do is to create a self-delivery model for Laing O'Rourke.